Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of unboxings, really not that much stuff today. I was expecting one more box, but we just got an email from Owlcrate saying that the adult Owlcrate something was wrong with it, misprinted, or I think it was damaged. I think all the copies came damaged, so they are getting a reprint done, so that will be coming at a later time. So I got my Epic Fairyloot, I got my young adult Fairyloot, and I have 2 finished copies from publishers. And that's all that we're going to do to wrap up the unboxings of May. Like, that's really simple. Again, I thought I would have one more thing, but this is what we have. So let's start with the publisher mail. For the first one, I did already unbox it for an Instagram reel, so if you want to check that out, go over to Instagram. But I was sent a finished copy of Man of My Dreams. This is incredibly exciting because I feel like if you guys are watching this, then you maybe saw my video that I included Final Cut by this author, and I absolutely adored that book. It was so good, and I'm so excited that this is like a romance thriller. So the main character is a writer, and she writes this perfect man, and then it turns into a thriller. And so that sounds so good. So based on how she wrote Final Cut, I'm really excited to see how this one is. And then the second book is not one that I've like really heard of, but it does look like a romantasy book. But this is the packaging that it came in. A little annoyed. I hate it because they purposely put the address and stuff on the back, and then the actual mail people slap one on the front every single time. Like, you can put it like up in the corner. I get it, they're busy, they don't have time to deal with this. It just stinks because there's like work put into this, so you just want to show it. So I got off as much as I could, but there is still some sticky there. But anyway, so this came in the mail, and this looks very interesting. Oh, it's backwards. So we have Her Sharp Embrace, and I like the cover. It's pretty interesting. I'm not 100% sure what it is. The first in a dark and seductive New Orleans inspired queer fantasy duology. Okay, that's why I knew what it was. I was like, some part of this seems like I know what this is. If it says New Orleans inspired, I'm gonna be interested because New Orleans is one of my favorite settings to actually place fantasy books, thrillers, etc. I love the New Orleans setting. There's so much you can do with it. I've never even been to New Orleans, but I just love the idea of that for also a TV show too. Anytime one takes place in New Orleans for a TV show, I'm obsessed with it. So I think this sounds like it could be really, really good. And then we got a little Dear Reader letter, and I believe this is from Wednesday Books. So if it's from Wednesday, I think that means this is a young adult book. Ooh, and then we also got some cards. So here's the first one. These are cute. Oh, and it tells like her information on the back. That's so fun. And then there's a second one. Oh, this is fun. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so that is what came with the book. I love that. That's very fun. And yeah, so that's what I know about the book. And that's also a finished copy from the publisher. Moving on to the main attraction, which is the book boxes. Let's start with the Epic Fairyloot, so book only. I thought the box was different. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like the box that we got Book of Fallen Leaves in, did it look different than this, or am I hallucinating something? Why did I think it was like a dagger? I could be mixing this one up with the romantasy box. I don't remember what they look like. I'm starting to get confused because there's so many of them. But this is the Epic box. And so we have some packaging. And it is marked for murder. Ooh, I didn't realize this was like potentially a murder story. Solve crime. Oh, as prime suspect, he must solve the crime before power forces destroy him in the city. That sounds fun. So we have the book in here. It already looks very different than the original cover, which I do like the original cover, so I wouldn't mind if it looked similar. But I'm pretty excited about like epic. I don't know, when I hear Epic Fairyloot, not only am I expecting like an epic fantasy book, but I'm also kind of expecting like a really epic design as well. So we have the book. Oh, why did I immediately think of Six of Crows? Well, I feel like it's pretty obvious why I thought of Six of Crows. That's so different than what I was expecting. This kind of looks like what I would expect from like a Broken Binding cover. I think I really like this. I wouldn't normally like this style, like his face, but something about this and knowing it's like a crime book, there's something about it that I really, really like. That's really nice. I like the font that they use for this. There's the back, and then we have, ooh, those are stunning. We have the edges. Wow, I love that. That's the top, that's the bottom. Then opening it up, whoa, there is a lot happening. Okay, so the reverse dust jacket does look like it's a different colorway. And I'm happy with that because I do like the original cover. So if I, for some reason, want to reverse it, I think the original is like an orange for the orange flames, but I like the blue. The blue actually looks really, really good. It's giving it like a cool tone. Under the dust jacket is stunning. Like, that is gorgeous. I love that. Everything about this is making me incredibly interested in reading this book. Like, I'm much more interested in this selection for Fairyloot Epic than I was for the Book of Fallen Leaves. So I'm very excited to see what it's gonna be about. Like, that looks so cool. Everything about this is making me so interested. It's so weird. Even the author letter, it's like a detective crime thingy, you know. I've been watching Spider-Man Noir, and this is what it's reminding me of. This is what it's, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the new Nicolas Cage Spider-Man thing where it's taking place in the olden times with the crime detective, and the ones where they wear all the fedoras and stuff and the trench coats, and it's really fun, and this is definitely reminding me of that. Okay, and here is the back. This is stunning art. This is what I'm talking about. I am definitely a landscape person, a cityscape, a landscape. I love it. I love how this looks. This is phenomenal. This is stunning. I love it. There's so much detail in this too. Like, this is crazy, the amount of detail in here. So yeah, this is gorgeous. I am so happy with it. So that is Mordredin's Peril, the Epic Fairyloot for May 2026. That means we are quickly moving on to our final book, and I will do a comparison for this one because this is a duplicate. So I am very curious if I'm gonna like this one a little bit better than the Owlcrate one. I wasn't like the biggest fan of the Owlcrate one. I was very hit or miss with that design. So I am curious what the Fairyloot is gonna look like because I do tend to like the Fairyloot a little bit more. They do tend to work with artists that I like a little more for their style. So I am curious what they came up with. So we have the Fairyloot box, and it is already pretty heavy, and I already see some bookends there. So we have the spoiler card, Electric Touch, May 2026. We will look at that at the end as long as I remember to do that. So first up, we have the Stormbreaker overlays. Normally we don't do these till last, but they were directly on top, so I guess we're gonna get to these first. Ooh, the purple hair is pretty. So here's our first one. Already liking the artwork here. They pick the best artists. Oh, do they both have purple hair? I think they both have purple hair. They pick like the coolest artists for their overlays. It's always beautiful art. This is, again, the type of style that I like. If you're gonna do people, this is the type of style that I really, really like. It always reminds me of like a comic book. I love comic book art styles. That's gorgeous. So those are the overlays. Ooh, there's a lot of like bigger stuff in here. So let me pull this out, and we are, oh, I guess it's actually, normally they're like really tight, so it's hard to show, but yay, there we go. Okay, so here is, they are the same. Sometimes they're different, but they are the same. So I'm guessing that's also Stormbreaker. We're gonna double check, but it does seem like it's Stormbreaker. Next up, we have a large fabric item, because I think this is gonna open up. Do I want to open this up? This seems like one of those things that I should not open up. What does the thing say? It is a picnic blanket, and it says TNOW. TNOW. What does that stand for? TNO. What book is TNOW? The Night of Wonder. No. The Nightingale? Nope. We're gonna have to look that up. Anyway, here is a picnic blanket, and it is pretty sturdy. That's all I'm gonna open up. You can see kind of the different designs on it. I'm not opening this thing up. It's just repeating patterns, I believe. This is gonna be a pretty big item if you're big into being in outdoors, which is not my favorite thing, then this will be really nice. Next up, we have, I thought it was a book jacket for a second, but it is not. It is a cute little pouch. This looks like cold wire, potentially. It's definitely got that cold wire vibe to it. This says cold wire pencil case. It's very nice. Sometimes their zippers are a little suspicious, but the zipper is pretty nice. So inside, yeah, it's just a little felt feeling, and that's it. I'm fine with getting these. I never kind of know like what to do with them, but I do have like a ton of pens, so I might need to move my pens from like where they are right now, so this could work for that. We're already down to the bookmark and the tarot cards. I don't know, something about this box feels very lackluster to me. I feel like it's the least exciting box we've gotten this year so far, and that probably means I'm just really spoiled. But there's not a lot in here. I'm gonna get like a ton of use out of. So I'm okay with this box. I really like her hair. Her hair looks so awesome. So we have the Ace of Fire. I'm not gonna lie, it's just making me think of Kylo Ren. I know it's for Stormbreaker, but it's making me think of Kylo Ren. And then 2 of Fire. Yep, 2 of Fire. And then we are down to the book. Yeah, I like this better. Yeah, I really like this. Which, you know, I shouldn't be surprised. Fairyloot loves a purple book, so I shouldn't be surprised that they had an excuse to make a really cool purple book and people not complain about it. So yeah, this looks great. I'm definitely biased though, because like, again, it's this art style. Like, they just know what artists that I personally like. So I can definitely see people liking the Owlcrate one better because it is a style that they like better. This is more of my style of what I prefer. And it just looks more cohesive. Like, it just looks more cohesive. It looks really, really good. That's the side. That is the back. They probably could have done a little bit more on the back. The back is a little bit boring. So it would have been cool to do something in the sky or something like that. But I do love this. And it feels like it's a very important scene that they're showing. Ooh, I like the edges too. They definitely win for the edges because that's gorgeous. Love this. Love this, love this, love this. I think this is stunning. Again, love the artwork. So underneath the dust jacket, ooh. Okay, I like what they did with this colorway. This is very cool. This is very different, at least from my memory. This looks awesome. Like, this should have been the original cover. This looks so cool. I love this colorway. Like, I'm very, very happy with that. So I'm not going to reverse it, but if I had not loved this, I definitely would have reversed it because that looks awesome. I think I got something in my hair while we were unboxing stuff somehow. It's like a piece of paper. It's a piece of plastic. So underneath we have a fully designed case wrap. And again, this is the style of people that I like. I don't love them. Not as much as what I liked on the overlays. I would have preferred the overlay art, but it's still really nice in what I prefer in artwork. There's the spine and there's the back. And then looking at the inside, we have this artwork. I really like it. This is very dramatic. I feel like this is a very dramatic story. There is the author letter page. Then the artwork in the back is this. Very different vibe from the rest of all the artwork that we've seen so far. It's very tangled. I know it's not. It doesn't give any of the vibe except they're in a boat, which could be anything else. But the first thing I thought of was tangled. This is stunning. This is really pretty. I do prefer the Fairyloot. I really do. Let me grab the Owlcrate copy really fast. So here are the 2 editions. They're just very different. Like, they're just very, very, very different vibes. So I do like how dramatic this one is. Like, this definitely has a more motion kind of in action thing going on, while this one is just showing you like a really important location in the book. So very different vibes. I do like both edges. I do think Fairyloot still wins with that. I think Owlcrate's back of their dust jacket is way better than Fairyloot's. Ooh, I actually do like Owlcrate's case wrap better. Like, I forgot this is how I'm going to display theirs. But I do like Owlcrate's case wrap better, but I do like Fairyloot's under the dust jacket better. So, I mean, there's some trade-offs back and forth. It's not a total knockout by Fairyloot. There's some stuff that I like better that Owlcrate did. So anyway, that is everything that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it this far into the video, leave a little lightning strike in the comments down below. Also, let me know what you thought about the books. And if you're excited to read any of these, make sure to subscribe so you miss any future content. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.